Oh, hey there. You just caught me limbering up, stretching for today's topic, which is morning routines. And I'm so pumped. I'm literally so pumped. I was just like getting ready.
You just caught me limbering up, stretching for today's topic, which is morning routines. And I'm so pumped.
I'm playing in like
literally
thousand
so pumped. I was
places.
just like getting ready. You just caught me limbering
I
up.
got this. Okay, there were like 2 streams of me going. It was all the Julia, way too much Julia. So, hello and welcome to day 5. If you don't know me, my name is Julia Jackson, and I help moms get healthy body and soul so they can be the mom and human they were meant to be. So today's topic, it's my very favorite topic. It's why I saved it for the last day. Is all about creating a morning routine you love. So we're going to go through the who, what, when, where, and why of creating a morning and an evening routine. And I have to tell you, it's going to be a good day today because I shaved my legs. So like I'm feeling really good. I've had like 1,000 cups of coffee, as you can tell. And I had like several windows open for the live video. So that's why you heard me 17,000 times. So let's get started. Oh, and I wanted to tell you I have a special announcement for the very end. So if you have been loving this challenge, you're going to want to stay tuned because I have something for you, mama. Okay. So, morning routines. So who are they for? They're for moms. You're doing sit-ups during, yes. Yeah, we gotta get somehow you gotta get your stretching in. I was just feeling good. I was kind of having a dance party. I was getting in the groove. So, yeah, whatever you gotta do to get in some movement. And I got a sweepy bang. Okay, so the who is for moms. Well, it's truly morning routines are for anyone. But to me, I think they're especially vital for us moms to just have a little bit of quiet time. So know that no matter where you are, you can make a simple and strategic morning routine that doesn't, it's not crazy. It's not doesn't have to be elaborate, but that it's for you, for moms especially. The what is a morning routine you could kind of use interchangeably with a regimen or a routine or a ritual. It's just to start out your day. It's a series of tasks, whether it's 1 task or 10 tasks. And task sounds like a little formal, and so does regimen, but it's just sort of like a morning ritual to get your day started. It's like a series of events that happen to make you feel like you're starting out on a high note, that you're starting out in a good way. So the when is who, what, when is morning and or night. I do both, and I want to talk about how a nighttime routine can lead to a good morning routine too. So they sort of go hand in hand. And then where is you can do them in bed, you can do them in your living room, anything that's going to make it work. Sometimes I feel like Hazel knows the second I step out of my bed, she can hear my footstep on the floor. So sometimes I do some of my morning routine in bed because she just has this she just knows when I'm up. I don't know if anybody else has kids that do that. They have this radar. They know, mom's up. I better get up too. So, okay, let's talk about the idea that, to me, and I mentioned this in my email, is that I want you to understand that this isn't another to do, right? These are things you're going to choose to do. So you get to make this morning routine exactly what you want. And what I want to empower you to think about with these morning routines is that there's freedom in structure. So you know how it feels when you're just so crazy and you're going through your day and you've sort of missed out on the things that are actually really important to you and the day gets the better of you. This is to sort of start the day already having accomplished some things so that you feel like you're in control of your day no matter what happens. It's unconditional, right? The day might go to crap or it might be a great day, but you know that you started out in this way that really filled you up and fueled you up. So I want you to think, instead of I have to create this other thing, you don't have, if you walk away from this not wanting to do a morning routine, that's also great. It's about finding what's right for you. But if you do decide to implement some of these things, it's by choice, and that structure of creating some of these things, whether big or small, will actually create freedom because it'll give you brain space and bandwidth to do the other things you want to do without worrying about the things you should have or wanted to do earlier in the day. So that's sort of the empowerment. And I will continue to tell you to find what's right for you in this. There is no one size fits all. I'm going to give you a ton of ideas, and then I'm going to walk you through my morning routine. But just because it's right for me or someone else does not make it right for you. So just make sure you stay true to you and you're not adding too much or creating a routine that isn't actually really tailored to you. And then the other part of this is I encourage you, hi Allie, you're on a plane. Oh, I thought you said you're on a plane, on a play date. Yay. I'm like, oh, that's good Wi-Fi up in the air, is I want to encourage you to just start small. So I love the idea of habit stacking where, you know how like January 1st usually rolls around, we're like, I'm going to get healthy. And we like, I'm going to work out every day and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And like by day 4, we haven't done any of it because we've added too much to our plate. So I just want you to think about maybe 1 or 2 little tiny things that you can do that you can stay consistent with. And then as they become habits, you can start adding some more things. So, okay. So I only have one non-negotiable for you. And this is like where I don't normally tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you what to do for this. And the one thing I want everybody to implement, no matter what, is for you to start the day out with water. Now, I'm going to tell you, thanks, girl. I was telling everybody I shaved my legs today, so I'm feeling good. Like, I'm like, ooh, I showered. But then I also found a big, giant booger in my hair. It's gone now. Like, I cleaned it out. But, so it's mom life. So it's clean hair / booger hair. So the one thing I want you to start out with is water. And I'm going to encourage you, this sounds like a lot, but I want to encourage you to drink 30 ounces of purified water. So for me, this is handy that I have this. This is my hospital cup. I love this sucker. It's so great. It's technically 28 ounces, but if I fill it all the way to the top, it's 30 ounces. And if you are starting your day, so here's what I want you to think about, is when you don't have water all night, think of, you know, when you have like a piece of glass or like a mirror that you're breathing up against and you're fogging it, you're basically doing that all night long and you're losing a lot of your water and your hydration. And so that hydration a lot of times can get mixed up with hunger cues. And so when you start your day just rehydrating and nourishing your body with water, it's really going to get those cells moving, make you feel better. And then really then that way you can really tell when you're hungry, which a lot of times you confuse for hunger. We all do. So I want that to be something that you start doing non-negotiable, no matter what, no matter who, is get the 30 ounces of purified water in before you're drinking anything else. And I struggle with that. Like, I still have like a tiny bit of this from this morning because I drank most of it and then had some coffee. So do your very best. And if you need to start, talk about habit stacking. If you need to start with 15 ounces or 20 ounces of water, but just getting in this habit is going to really have a big payoff. Yeah, I love these. They're just like, I think it can even go in the dishwasher. Like, they're just kind of weird, and Hazel loves it, but she takes too big of chugs. So 30 ounces of water. So that's going to be the only non-negotiable. The rest of these things that I'm going to give you are all just ideas so you can build and stack them however you want. So water. Any kind of reading, whether you do a devotional, you do personal development reading, like reading of just like a fiction book, just some kind of quiet time. You could do some sort of meditation or prayer, a devotional. I already said devotional. Some sort of breathing exercise. You guys, even 5 minutes of like, you know, putting on some nice calm music or just having silence. Oh my gosh, isn't silence the most beautiful sound as a mother? Like, just there's nothing happening, like just really embracing that silence. You could just sit and sip your coffee after your water in silence for 5 minutes. It could be some sort of breathing exercise or meditation technique. It could be a workout, or it could be as simple as 5 or 10 minutes of stretching just to get your body like limbered up for the day. You could do some sort of journaling or affirmation or gratitude. So those are a bunch of ideas to get your day started. And I will go through mine. So I have chosen to read the whole Bible this year, which I might be kind of crazy, but I broke it up into little pieces and it takes me about 10 minutes. So I either read or listen to it. So I stay in bed usually and have it and read it right then, because if I put my feet on the ground, A, Hazel might wake up, and B, I might not get back to it. And that's become one of my priorities. So that I try to take, like 3-4 minutes to just breathe, like do some sort of just internal meditation where I'm just breathing and listening to my body and setting up my day, right? And then what else do? I set out my workout clothes the night before and I try to start working out by 7:30. That's what works for me, because if I don't get it in the morning, 9 times out of 10, I don't get it in later. And so I really do my very best. If the day is crazy, that's okay. I'll try to go on a walk or something later. And then what else do I do? Then when Hazel wakes up, it's all about her. I'm feeding her, getting her ready. And then sometimes I'll pick up my book while she's eating, but nothing crazy, right? So I'm doing my devotional, or you could do your meditation or whatever. Oh, the other thing I do, I've just started adding this, and it only takes me about 3 minutes, is I've been doing a full page of affirmations in my journal. I have this pretty little bound journal from Target. and it is making such a huge impact on the way I feel for the day. I do a series of body love affirmations and just the way I want to feel, the way I want to parent. I talk about how I want to show up in my day for my husband, for my friends, for you guys, that kind of stuff. And that could be a really good fun, like if you were just going to implement one, I love doing the affirmations. It just makes me feel like $1,000,000. So that is my morning routine. If you have any, hi Maya, coloring books. That's a great, yeah, that's one I do sometimes at night. Okay, so let's move into nighttime routine and when we're thinking about a nighttime routine, again, it doesn't have to be elaborate. But the beautiful thing about a nighttime routine is that it sets you up really well for your morning, which is really important because it's like, I think those things are intertwined. Like I always say to my husband, like, if we get off at dinner, then we're off at bedtime, then we're up too late, then the whole next day is weird. And then, there's no perfection in it, but I find that there is some of that freedom in the structure of saying, like, for us, 5:30 eating is really good so we can get Hazel to bed by 7 so we can be hanging out, have the dishes cleaned, have our time, and get to bed at a decent hour. So one thing could be stretching and just kind of like relaxing for the day, some sort of nighttime meditation or yoga. I have a 10-minute PJ party yoga that I love to do at night. That's like one of my favorite things. Another one is just reading, so turning off the screen after a certain time. Any kind of screen, whether it's your phone, computer, tablet, any of that has a blue, it's called blue light, and it can really keep you awake at night. And so choosing a time that they say it's best to keep your screens off for at least an hour before you go to bed because it helps your body release melatonin so you can actually sleep. And then one other one that I highly recommend that I started implementing is to not have your phone in your bedroom. So to plug it in somewhere downstairs or where you're not going to be, because if you're scrolling at night before you go to bed, it's really causing that blue light, and it's also can be stressful the way social media is and how addicting it is. It can be really stressful. And same thing in the morning. If you aren't really conscious of it, or even if you are, you mindlessly get on your phone and start scrolling early in the morning. So and then a gratitude practice is something else you can do. So let me walk you through my nighttime routine. It's not always perfect. It's not always the same. But I try to turn off the TV by about 8 o'clock, and I'm really trying to get in bed by 9 because I just know that if I'm not rested, I just cannot show up in the world and I can barely function. I just need a lot of sleep. And so that to me has become more important than staying up and watching a bunch of TV that I don't necessarily need to watch. I love my shows. I like to watch TV. I like that as a relaxing activity, but I just have to either set an alarm or kind of have a cutoff, because the best thing I can do for me 9 times out of 10 is to go to sleep when I'm questioning it, or I want to stay up, or I feel like, I want to be bad. And I feel like it helps me not have bad snacking time really late at night, which is something I'm trying to avoid too. So I try to turn off the TV by 8 and just kind of read and get ready for bed, wash my face, brush my teeth, kind of chill. And then I'll either do a meditation or just read my book a little bit and do a gratitude ritual, which all I do, you guys, is the simplest thing is I just write down 3 things I'm grateful for. And the more specific that you can get within that, the better it's going to be, because so instead of saying, I'm grateful for my sister, you say, I'm grateful that my sister invited me over for dinner tonight and we got to share a meal. So the more specific you can get in your gratitude, the better, and more, it'll just make you feel better. And so that's an evening routine. And like I said, when you can put these things and start habit stacking them, they really become, my morning and nighttime routine are just really on autopilot now. It doesn't have to be this thing I work towards, because I've done them for so long, and they're really simple, so I know I can do them. So I used to try, before I had Hazel, I had a much longer list of morning routines, and I was trying to get, 15 things done before 9 a.m. And I was just setting myself up for failure. And so what I want you to do is feel empowered because of this, not I'm putting all these to-dos on my list. And then it's understanding the benefit of why. So what is the payoff? So for me, the affirmations have an incredible payoff for the rest of my day, because it puts me in this high vibe place. I'm feeling good. I'm in this serving mode. It just makes me feel really good. And so for 2 minutes of affirmation, the payoff is so high that I'm always going to do that. Same with a workout for me. That just makes me feel really good. And it's not anything fancy. It can be 10 or 15 minutes, or it can be stretching or a walk, or whatever is good for you. You could just hold your baby and do some squats, whatever it is. So Danielle, tell me what you're going to try for a week. What was it? Maybe the affirmations? So okay, Cool. Any questions about morning and evening routines? And does that kind of give you an empowerment? My hope is that through this challenge that really gave you a nice arc. So we talked about goal setting and getting our hearts right. We talked about starting the affirmations, which hopefully is empowering for the morning routines. We talked about joyfully exercising and food, and all of these things fit under the umbrella of a morning and evening routine so that you can say, I have the right reasons why, I have the heart behind it, I'm not being hard on myself, I'm pursuing my health goals without being crazy, and setting myself up with sort of this routine that I can accomplish. The phone not in the bedroom. Yes, Danielle, that's a good one. That's a really, really good one. Okay, so now, good thing you stayed tuned. Stayed in tune. So I have something really exciting to announce. So a lot of you guys have been messaging me and you're like, I love this challenge. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss you. And here's the good news is you don't have to miss it. You don't have to miss me because I am opening the doors for our #MomBod group coaching program. It's a 30-day experience and I am going to walk you through the who, what, when, where, and why of the program. So, Katie says, when do you shower and get ready? So after I work out, feed the baby, shower, get ready. And I do work from home and I work for myself. So that has become one of the things in my day. Now I don't wash my hair every day. Wash it about every 3 days. Thank you, dry shampoo. And I try to do a pretty quick routine. So especially when I don't have to wash my hair, it's like under a half an hour, just shower, get ready, put on some deodorant, put on a little bit of stuff. This week I'm a little more zhuzh than I normally am, but it gave me a good reason to get dressed and get ready because a lot of times, if you're either at home, you're a stay-at-home mom, or you work from home, it can be really hard to get out of your PJs or your yoga pants. And not that I need to feel presentable, but it's the way I feel and the way I do my day when I'm actually feeling ready for the day. So that really helps. Okay, so let's talk about MomBod. Obviously, this is for moms. It's a community and a health experience like no other because it's just for us. It's for people who want to get healthy, who are sick of dieting, and who want a sustainable long-term approach for health that doesn't involve crazy calorie counting or working out like a crazy person. And so yes, just for mamas. So what? Okay, so let's go through the what of MomBod. And if you should have got my email last night or this morning, and it's got the link with all of this information there. So I'm just going to walk you through some of it so you can understand and ask questions as they come up. So what is MomBod? It is 2 parts. One is education. So we're going to take a close look at some of the myths that we have been taught about how we are supposed to lose weight and how we're supposed to get healthy, what we should be doing, because you could shit all over yourself for exercising. And we're going to talk about freedom, food freedom. We're going to talk about how to get yourself out of body jail, how to love yourself unconditionally, no matter what shape your body is in. So that's part of it is the education. And then the second part of it is community. So we're going to have a private VIP, smaller, more intimate group that you're going to be getting one-on-one coaching from me and group coaching. And it's really taking what we did in the 5-day challenge and going deeper to build a like-minded community of moms who want to further their health. So what it technically is it's an online learning course. So when you buy the program, you will have access to a password protected site, and you've got, so here's the beautiful thing is it's unlike any diet program where normally you have a start and a stop date, right? You're I have to start this day and I'm going to do these workouts and this eating on this day and so forth. This program you're going to have lifetime access to. So instead of it being you have to do certain things every day, you can do it on your own pace, which is so good for moms, and you can always come back to it. So you'll start out with a quick start guide. I've got a 3-day quick start meal plan and recipe guide with a grocery list. So if you're really I don't know where to start with healthy eating, that's a great way to just get started and say, I'm going to do 3 days of really clean eating and feel really good and kind of kick it off with a bang. So you've got some good sort of foundational things just to get you started just right away. 10 quick tips in 10 minutes, stuff like that that's just really easy that you can always come back to. Then as you move into Module 1, it'll be a series of videos and worksheets and downloads, again, that you can watch on your own time. They're short and sweet. I try to keep all the videos under 10 minutes because I know we're busy moms. So we start out with a bang, and we're gonna focus on the foundations of how to change your habits, right? So we've set this foundation like, okay, we want to have these kind of goals. We want to pursue our health with joy and ease and fun. But then how do we start changing these habits? So we're going to talk about meal planning and prep a lot more in depth. We're going to talk about how to clean out and stock your pantry and your fridge so that you're set up for really clean, good eating. And truly what quality, like high quality, good foods look like so that you can start implementing them in your life. And then another 2 cool things is we're going to cover how to lose weight without changing what you eat, which is really cool. And then how to clear your home and your body of toxins, because that's something we don't always think about, is the things that are in the air and on our skin and how they're affecting our health. Cool. Are you guys still with me? Give me an emoji if you're there. Okay. And then module 2, we're going to talk about releasing your inner mean girl. So this is really the meat of the course. We're going to go over some of the psychology of eating and why dieting and being really hard on yourself and depriving yourself is really sabotaging your weight loss efforts. So there are 6 pillars of mindful and purposeful eating that I'm going to teach you that will set your metabolism on fire. And then this is the module that we're going to talk about how to eat and work out specifically according to your menstrual cycle and what are good workouts and foods to eat throughout the different times of your cycle. Okay, module 3, we're going to talk about actually changing the habits. So we're going to talk about water, exercise, hydration, rest, recovery, energy, and just like how to get enough, like get water in, like the actual to-dos of the daily things so that you can actually start changing your habits one thing at a time. Okay. And then module 4, we're going to dive into the sustainable success, which is the part that it will empower you to continue on this health journey without it being a start and stop. So we're going to really dive into creating a daily and weekly routine that works for you and that doesn't leave you feeling burned out or feeling like a failure. So you'll walk away from this program feeling confident, prepared, and excited to continue on your journey. And what's also really cool is that you never have to walk away because you get lifetime access to the community, to all of this, the meal plans, the ideas, the recipes, the course as it progresses throughout the years. And and then I've got we're going to do 4 weekly live coaching calls where you can come and ask specific questions as you're going through the program. If you have questions about certain topics or worksheets or something you're really struggling with or something you have had success with that you want to share with the other moms, we're going to do that. They're totally optional and they'll be recorded, but it's just a chance for me. It's important for me to feel like we have a community with these moms and the way we're building it and to really come together instead of it just being online. So all of this information, again, will be on a beautiful course that's online that you can log into anytime on your phone, your tablet, your computer, and you can access the material for life. And I've even got some super cool bonuses. So if you guys have seen my Body Love book, it's for sale on my website. That will be included in there. It's 7 days of beautiful weight loss affirmations for Body Love, with a lesson each day and journaling questions. I've got a giant list of healthy breakfast, lunches, and dinners. So if you struggle with getting ideas and things on the table that are healthy and easy and fun and quick, that is going to be perfect for you. I've got a download of my favorite coffee and tea rituals. So 10 delicious and healthy morning treats to get your day started, including butter coffee, which is so delicious. And then I've got a special training from a friend of mine who's an eating psychology coach. And it's really, really cool to learn about our mind and body connection as it has to do with the psychology of just eating. So what else? When, who, what, when. So the enrollment is open now and it's only going to be open for a few days. And right now the program is $50 off, or if you're looking to do one-on-one coaching with me, it's $100 off. So it's a super, super cool deal. And then, like I said, the when is that you get access to it for life. And so the enrollment will be open till, I can't remember the day, I think it's Saturday. And then after that, I'm really not sure when I'm going to do this program again, but I do know for sure that the price will be raised because as I'm creating it and the more I do, it's just packed with value and it's a really, really good price. So why? Here's the best part is if you've gotten even one nugget from this 5-day challenge, I want you to really consider doing this because the more you learn and the more you get educated on the fact that weight loss is an inside job. Like it comes from your heart and your happiness is an inside job. And understanding and learning the principle that the more you diet and the more you do workouts that you don't like, the more you're shifting your energy to actually attract the thing that you don't want, which is to lose weight. And so when we can come from a place of love and grace and peace with our bodies and with ourselves, then that is the kind of thing that is actually going to provide transformation. And for me, I don't think that you can do it alone. And I think that a community of women who have the same purpose and the same drive to become better in their health, and not only better in their health, but because of that, become better moms and better humans and show up better in the world. That's the kind of movement that you want to be a part of. And I think it takes a village and a sisterhood of moms who want to be together, who have the same mission, who might be different, who might live in all different parts of the country, who might have totally different lives than you, but you can come together with this common thread that your wellness matters and your health matters, and it makes an impact on the world. So that is MomBod. I would love for you guys to go check it out and read through it, see if it's good for you, and please shoot me a message if you have any questions or anything you want to know a little bit more about. I would love to answer that. I cleared my afternoon so that we could have one-on-one conversations if you need to talk on the phone, whatever you need in order to make this feel like an easy yes, that this is something you just are totally in, that you want to be a part of this community, a part of this movement. And my heart is that you join us and you put yourself first and you invest in yourself, because there's no other better way to spend money than on you becoming the best you. So thank you so much for being a part of this challenge. You blew me away with your answers, your questions, your hearts, the way you connected and communicated with each other. And I am truly so grateful that you took part and that I get to serve you in this way. I love you guys so much. And like I said, shoot me any questions. If you want to check out the link, I'll put it in the link in the comments. And it's also juliajacksonxo.com/mombod /. And you should have gotten an email from me just now, and I will post it all through the group. And I'm excited to welcome you into the program with open arms. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful day. Mwah.